Good morning, spiritual companions. We are reading the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. Continuing chapter 10, Sri Ramakrishna at Siampukur. On page 426, Saturday, October 24th, 1885. It was about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Sri Ramakrishna was seated on the second floor of the house at Siampukur. Dr. Sakar, Narendra, Mahimacharan, M., and other devotees were in the room. Referring to the homeopathic system of medicine, the master said to Dr. Sakar, "This treatment of yours is very good." Doctor, according to homeopathy, the physician has to check up the systems of the disease with the medical book. It is like Western music. The singer follows the score. Where is Girish Ghosh? Never mind, don't trouble him. He didn't sleep last night. Master, well, when I am in samadhi, I feel intoxicated, as if I were drunk with siddhi. What have you to say about that? Doctor, to M. In that state, the nerve centers cease to function. Hence, the limbs become numb. Again, the legs totter because all the energy rushes toward the brain. Life consists of the nervous system. There is a nerve center in the nape of the neck called the medulla oblongata. If that is injured, one may die. Mahima Chakravarti began to describe the Kundalini. He said, the Sushumna nerve runs through the spinal cord in a subtle form. None can see it. That is what Shiva says. Doctor, Shiva examined man only in his maturity, but the Europeans have examined man in all stages of his life, from the embryo to maturity. It is good to know comparative history. From the history of the Sonthals, one learns that Kali was a Sonthal woman. She was a valiant fighter. All laugh. Don't laugh, please. Let me tell you how greatly the study of comparative anatomy has benefited men. The difference between the actions of the pancreatic juice and bile was at first unknown. But later, Claude Bernard examined the stomach, liver, and other parts of the rabbit, and demonstrated that the action of bile is different from the action of the pancreatic juice. Therefore, it stands to reason that we should watch the lower animals as well. The study of man alone is not enough. Similarly, the study of comparative religion is highly beneficial. Why do his, meaning the master's, words go straight to our hearts? He has experienced the truth of different religions. He himself has practiced the disciplines of the Hindu, Christian, Muslim, Shakta, and Vaishnava religions. The bees can make good honey only if they gather nectar from different flowers. Sri Ramakrishna asked Narendra to sing. Narendra sang, O King of Kings, reveal thyself to me. I crave thy mercy. Cast on me thy glance. At thy feet I dedicate my life, seared in the fiery furnace of the world. My heart, alas, is deeply stained with sin. Ensnared in Maya, I am all but dead. Compassionate Lord, revive my fainting soul with the life-giving nectar of thy grace. Master, and sing that one, all that exists art thou. Doctor, ah, Narendra sang the song. The singing was over. Dr. Sarkar sat there almost spellbound. After a time, with folded hands, he said very humbly to Sri Ramakrishna, Allow me to take my leave now. I shall come again tomorrow. Dr. Sarkar took his leave. It was evening, the first night after the full moon. Sri Ramakrishna stood up, lost in samadhi. Nitya Gopal stood beside him in a reverent attitude. Sri Ramakrishna took his seat. Nitya Gopal was stroking his feet. Devendra, Kalipada, and many other devotees were seated by his side. It was arranged that a few of the younger men should stay to nurse the master by turns. M also was going to spend the night there. Sunday, October 25th, 1885. It was about 6:30 in the morning when M arrived at Siampukur and asked Sri Ramakrishna about his health. He was on his way to Dr. Sarkar to report the master's condition. The master said to M, "Tell the doctor that during the early hours of the morning my mouth becomes filled with water and I cough. Also ask him if I may take a bath." After 7 o'clock, M came to Dr. Sarkar's house and told him about the master's condition. The physician's old teacher and 1 or 2 friends were in the room. Dr. Sarkar said to his teacher, "Sir, I have been thinking of the Paramahansa since 3 in the morning. I couldn't sleep at all. Even now he is in my mind." One of the doctor's friends said to him, "Sir, I hear that some speak of the Paramahansa as an incarnation of God. You see him every day. How do you feel about it?" "Doctor, I have the greatest regard for him as a man." M. to the doctor's friend, "It is very kind of Dr. Sarkar to treat him." "Doctor, kindness, what do you mean?" M. "Not toward him, but toward us." "Doctor, you see, you don't know my actual loss on account of the Paramahansa. Every day I fail to see 2 or 3 patients. When the next day I go to their houses, of my own accord, I cannot accept any fee, since I am seeing them without being called. How can I charge them for my visit?" M. requested the doctor to visit Sri Ramakrishna and returned home. In the afternoon, about 3 o'clock, M came to the master and repeated the conversation he had had with Dr. Sarkar. M. He told me that he had wakened at 3 in the morning and had been thinking of you ever since. When I saw him, it was 8 o'clock. He said to me, "Even now the Paramahansa is in my mind." Master, laughing, "You see, he has studied English. I cannot ask him to meditate on me, but he is doing it all the same, of his own accord." M. He also said about you, "I have the greatest regard for him as a man." Master, did you talk of anything else? M. I asked him, "What is your suggestion today about the patient?" He said, "Suggestion? Hang it! I shall have to go see him again myself. What else shall I suggest?" Sri Ramakrishna laughs. Further, he said, "You don't know how much money I am losing every day. Every day I miss 2 or 3 calls." There were many devotees, including Narendranath, in the room. Vijay Krishna Goswami arrived and respectfully took the dust of the master's feet. Several Brahmo devotees came with him. Vijay had cut off his connection with the Brahmo Samaj and was practicing spiritual discipline independently. Sri Ramakrishna was very fond of him on account of his piety and devotion. Though not a disciple of the master, Vijay held him in very high respect. He had lived in Dhaka a long time. Recently he had visited many sacred places in Upper India. Mahima Chakravarti to Vijay, "Sir, you have visited many holy places and new countries. Please tell us some of your experiences." Vijay, "What shall I say? I realize that everything is here where we are sitting now. This roaming about is useless. At other places I have seen 2, 5, 10, or 25% of him, meaning the master, at the most. Here alone I find the full 100% manifestation of God." Mahima, "You are right, sir. Again, it is he, the Master, who makes us roam about or remain in one place. Master, to Narendra, see what a change has come over Vijay's mind. He is an altogether different person. He is like thick milk from which all the water has been boiled off. You see, I can recognize a Paramahansa by his neck and forehead. Yes, I can recognize a Paramahansa. Mahima to Vijay. Sir, you seem to eat less now. Isn't that so? Vijay. Perhaps you are right. To the Master. I heard about your illness and have come to see you. Again in Dhaka. Master. What about Dhaka? Vijay did not reply and was silent a few moments. Vijay. It is difficult to understand him, meaning the Master, unless he reveals himself. Here alone is the 100% manifestation of God. Master, Kedar said the other day, at other places we hardly get anything to eat, but here we get a stomachful. Mahima, why a stomachful? It overflows the stomach. Vijay to the Master with folded hands. I have now realized who you are. You don't have to tell me. Saying, yes, I have understood, Vijay fell prostrate before the Master. He held the Master's feet on his chest and clung to them. The Master was in deep samadhi, motionless as a picture. The devotees were overwhelmed by this sight. Some burst into tears, and some chanted sacred hymns. All eyes were riveted on Sri Ramakrishna. They viewed him in different ways, according to their spiritual unfoldment. Some as a great devotee, some as a holy man, some as God incarnate. Mahimacharan sang with tears in his eyes, Behold, behold, the embodiment of love divine. Now and then he chanted, as if enjoying a glimpse of Brahman. The transcendental, beyond the one and the many, existence, knowledge, bliss, absolute. Navagopal was weeping. Bhupati sang, Hallowed be Brahman, the absolute, the infinite, the fathomless, higher than the highest, deeper than the deepest depths. Thou art the light of truth, the fount of love, the home of bliss. This universe with all its manifold and blessed modes is the enchanted poem of thine inexhaustible thought. Its beauty overflows on every side. O thou poet, great and primal, in the rhythm of thy thought, sun and moon arise and move toward their setting. The stars, gleaming like bits of gems, are the clear characters in which thy song is written across the blue expanse of sky. The year, with its 6 seasons, in tune with the happy earth, proclaims thy glory to the end of time. The colors of the flowers reveal thy flawless beauty, the waters in thy stillness, thy deep serenity. The thunderclap unveils to us the terror of thy law. Deep is thy essence, truly. How can a foolish mind perceive it? Wondering, it meditates on thee from yuga to yuga's end. Millions upon millions of suns and moons and stars bow down to thee, O Lord, in rapturous awe. Beholding thy creation, men and women weep for joy. The gods and angels worship thee, O all-pervading presence. O thou, the source of goodness, bestow on us thy knowledge. Bestow on us devotion. Bestow pure love and perfect peace, and grant us shelter at thy hallowed feet. After a long time, Sri Ramakrishna regained consciousness of the world. End of today's reading.